Hi guys, so in this video I want to talk about financial freedom. So in 2020 many people got propelled towards financial freedom in a way that they may not have actually appreciated. Then COVID hit, many people experienced much more financial freedom than ever before, and I want to open your eyes as to why that was. In this video, I want to explain what financial freedom is and how it's achieved objectively, how close you are to it, and what you can do to speed that process up. So by the end of this video, you'll be able to look at your own personal situation and know what you need to do next and what you need to work on next in order to move efficiently forward your financial freedom. Okay, so let's get stuck in. So think about this, financial freedom. The word financial freedom is made up of two words, obviously financial, which is creating a system of income to keep flowing in without relying on a job or someone to answer to. But freedom is a feeling. The feeling of freedom comes from, obviously, being free. The definition of freedom is having choice, choosing how you spend your life, being flexible, being nimble, being mobile. The dictionary says that freedom generally is having the ability to act or change without constraint. Something is free if it can change easily and it's not constrained to its present state. So now, this comes with being mobile. Financial freedom is a relationship between both, but the freedom side makes up for 70% of that, and it comes from being mobile. So before a certain point, I've received tons of messages from people saying that my goal is to be able to work from anywhere or to work from home and spend more time with the family. Well, after 2020, they certainly got that. So also, before we continue, please remember to check out our free Telegram channel where every day we share analysis, useful materials, psychology insights, and even more. And everything is for free. So link is in the description as always, and here we continue. So then, what in fact the million of people got than they got for loot experienced financial freedom, and how the most financially free people on earth live? They woke up each day choosing how they organize their time and spend their time, and they prioritize their day by putting things that they want to do first. Yes, they had a job of some sort, but they weren't being watched and they could organize the day to put themselves first. They spent more time with their family, they received passive income in the form of furlough checks, they reduced their living costs, and they controlled their living costs because they realized how little they needed to make them feel happy. And of course, there wasn't any keeping up with the Joneses, because you couldn't go out. It was in lockdown, so there was no one to show off to. So people sold everything that they didn't need, they got the income coming in passively, and they had the freedom to be mobile. Because of the lockdown, people were able to adapt their businesses and their job to work from anywhere in the world, and that's also freedom. Now, here's the thing. The three things that determine your level of true financial freedom are your mobility, which is one, your passivity, and your lifestyle. But the reason it's now a greater time than ever to create true financial freedom is because once you're mobile, the journey is much easier. So becoming mobile and free and flexible and able to work from anywhere is actually the hardest part. That's the bit that most people don't achieve. Once you're mobile, then you can start to create passivity. Once you created mobility, the financial passivity is far easier to achieve because you have way more options and way more flexibility. So let me explain here. First, let's see how the relationship between these components affects your level of freedom and wealth. If you are working in a cubicle office and you try to replace the income from that job passively, well, it would be extremely difficult. However, if you were able to do your job from home at first, then you could start to use delegation systems and automations to generate the same income by getting the same work done and bringing the same income without the people paying for your service even knowing any different. As I said, your level of financial freedom is determined by your mobility, which is the feeling of being free and flexible, and that allows you to have options. Your passivity, which is how much of your time is required to generate the income, and then finally, your lifestyle. Depending on how you scale your lifestyle, that will dictate the frequency and the lifespan of the freedom available to you. I want you to write down your monthly living costs, whatever your monthly living costs are per month, obviously, and then add them up, write them down. So let's just say for this example that you add up all of your living costs and it comes to $2,000 per month. The next thing you write down is how much of your income is generated passively. How much of your income, that means basically it requires zero time or less than an hour per week. So let's say that. And if that figure is zero, that means that you have to pay for your lifestyle costs with active income, being mobile or not mobile. So unless you have some cash savings, if you have some liquid cash savings in the bank, then you could potentially pay for some living costs that until you use up to extend the period of time that you can afford to live without putting your time into something. So if you subtract your leveraged or passive income from your lifestyle expenses, you'll get zero reduction, and if you're not bringing in any passive income. So why is that important? What does it mean? Well, it means that your lifestyle costs come directly from your active income, which means you have to keep working and you have to keep doing something. And even if it's mobile, which is also great, it's not true financial freedom. This formula here will tell you how much freedom you have. So, liquid assets, which could be savings, cash, or investment income, or your current account, or the money that you're just being paid for your job on payday. So that cash sitting there, the goal is to build up and up and up. Then the lifestyle expenses, which is what you're spending each and every month. The goal is to control this and live within your means. And finally, your leverage income, which is income that is more passive from assets that you've created or bought, such as systems you've created, delegations, automations, team staff, investments you bought, like stocks or something like that. So let's say that you have some savings. Let's say you just have $5,000 cash stashed away, and you look at what you're doing mobile in your work now. You manage to automate and delegate or passively generate some incomes from these assets, or maybe you invest in a stock or a fund. Let's just say you start to generate a return from this and you start to bring in $1,000 per month, which is like replacements of some of your active incomes with more passive leveraged income. Well, then you do the sum up here. The amount of freedom that you have has just doubled from what it was before. And the great thing about this is it's exponential. So then you manage to just bring in another $899. It goes from saving 5 months to 49 months. And then you add up just another $100 to make it $1,999. The amount of freedom becomes 416 years, almost, an eternity of freedom. So the other great thing about this is the less that you earn, the easier it's for you to reach financial freedom. Let's just say that you're getting minimum wage, working part-time, and you're literally living on $500 per month. Sorry about that, but maybe you'll live with your parents, or you just got no living costs, like zero living costs, and you just work part-time in, let's say, McDonald's. And let's just do the maths on that here. Let's just say you have the same $5,000 savings. You've managed to save your income for a year, and you've managed to save $5,000 and stash it under your floorboards or under your pillow, and you're paying $500 per month out for some basic living costs. Well, then let's just say that you generate $400 per month in passive returns. And just look at what it does for your freedom. You now have 50 months of freedom. What do you think you could create if you had literally 15 months to build something. Do you think you could raise your income? Do you think you could build more wealth if you could focus on doing something that you chose to do every day and that you're inspired to do? Do you think you could turn that into money-making assets of some sort in 50 months? I can tell you that it's very difficult not to do that. And just before the last step, remember to check our free Telegram channel that is linked in the description, and it will save you tons of time every day. We try to make this space we want it at our time. There are insights about the market, signals, useful free materials, news and other things. So if you really want to progress, just check the link below. So financial freedom has nothing to do with having millions and millions of dollars or having a high net worth. It has everything to do with, first, being mobile, which is the hardest part. 2, managing your income and covering it to assets, either investments in the market or cash-generating assets, or assets in the form of systems or automations and delegations in your job or business. And if you're mobile right now, this is the best time to start thinking about how you can automate and convert your active income into leveraged assets so your income becomes more leveraged. And it's far easier to do that once you're mobile, as I said. And on a final note, wealth is correlated to effort. Raising your game and expanding your lifestyle is not a convenience. It's a result of taking consistent actions towards where it is you want to go. And you can read all the books in the world, you can listen to all the podcasts in the world, and you can listen to all the audiobooks in the world and all the self-development webinars you can possibly attend, but they require no effort and, well, they will not build wealth. Someone said, quote, "Knowledge is power," and that is rubbish. It's only power if you apply that, and if you apply what you learn and you start putting the wheels in motion. Do not mistake activity with productivity. So keep that, and until next time, guys, take care, and I'll see you soon.